a musician playing in the background. How it works like a backdrop. Why do we love the birds singing? We all know the calming effects and the relaxational experience of hearing a bird singing in the background. I recently read this story about the scientific and the theoretical reasons behind it, or the scientific basis of it. The birds have a very soothing, relaxing, calming effect on our nervous system, on our mind, on our body. It lowers the cortisol, stress hormones, and other different stress hormones. And it gives us a sense of peace. Why is this? As I personally often do, I try to figure out what the evolutionary reason for this. A lot of our challenges and a lot of phenomena and a lot of concepts from modern day society, they all have roots in the evolutionary history of human beings, and also perhaps sometimes even further back before the human beings arrived. The evolutionary reason for this is back in the ancient times when our ancestors, they were hunter-gatherers and strolling around the forests or the savannas. You could hear if you could hear the birds singing, it would be, most of the time, it would be a sign that there was an absence of predators. There were no predators around you should be worried about. There was a low risk of being killed or attacked by a predator, because the birds are very alert and they communicate with each other, and as soon as they notice a predator, which they are very good at, they adapt it towards that to a large degree, and they will stop. Sometimes they actually, I think they do communicate to each other. There's a predator in bird song, but most of the time they will be completely silent, and that back in those days would be a sign for other mammals or other animals such as human beings that there was a predator somewhere nearby you should be worried about. So over millions of years or hundreds of thousands of generations, it's refined our bodies to adapt our bodies and our systems to adapt to this trigger, such that we still have an experience of feeling at peace, feeling less stressed when we hear the birds singing. I think that's very interesting to ponder, and it reminds us how important it is that we surround ourselves with things such as birds singing, being closer to nature, even though you're in an urban setting, which I am. I'm in Madrid right now, so I'm walking through the main park of Madrid, and I can still hear the noise from the morning traffic outside the park, unfortunately, which kind of have the opposite effect, but you can still get the benefits from the bird singing even though you're in a city not close to nature necessarily. So that's my tip for today. Take it for what it is, and enjoy the rest of it. Thanks. Yeah, that's kind of the opposite of what I was just trying to do. These fucking machines. I do love machines, I love technology, but why do we use petrol chemicals still when there is such a beautiful alternative in electric engines, electric motors, sorry.